Okay guys, so today we are going to build a website for an escape room from scratch. So we're going to start with a completely blank canvas and we're going to end up with a beautiful website like this one. With an intriguing hero section to captivate your visitors, a short about us section to tell your visitors why they should choose you, followed by a few pictures to tease them and show them what to expect once they get on site. You also have a testimonial section, and finally, last but not least, a complete booking system where they can choose the type of service and location that they want, choose a time slot during the day, and finally book with or without payment option. And the best part, this is a completely free solution. So are you ready? Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so our very first step is to take care of our hosting and domain name registration. And for this, click on the link in the description below where it says Get Hosting Now. So click on that link and this will bring you here to the Hostinger website. I personally host all of my websites with Hostinger, and the main reasons are because they are very affordable, reliable, but you also get a lot of extra features like, for instance, free domain name, SSL certificate, and security protection. And all of that for the price of just a cup of coffee per month. As you can see here, you can get this top quality service for just a few dollars per month. Now to get this service, all we have to do is to click on Start Now and click Select. And from here, we have to select our billing cycle. And as you can see, you can save up to 71% depending on the billing cycle. So if you select 48 months, you can save up to 71%, 24 months up to 67%, and if you select 1 year, up to 71%. So you don't have to select 48 months. By default, it will be selected up here, but you can go ahead with 24 months, maybe 12 months, or if you just want to try things out, you can select 1 month as well. So let me just select 12 months for now. And if we scroll down the page a little bit, you will see how much you're actually saving. So the normal price is $143. This is what you would normally pay for this. And you get a discount of 71%. So you save $102 altogether. So then they're going to add taxes to this. And the total cost is $51.51. So that's for the full year, guys, $51.51. So that includes free SSL certificate, free domain name, free Cloudflare protection, free setup, and not mention here also free backup, because you get your website backed up every single day. So if anything happens, you can always restore back to a previous point in time. And all of this for a small cost of just $50. This is insane, guys. This is absolutely fantastic, you know. And the quality of service here is absolutely outstanding and excellent. As you can see, excellent customer reviews. And I couldn't agree more with this, you know. So then next, you're going to enter your email address right here. Select your payment methods. And then I'm going to give you a coupon code to save even more money. So $51.51 at the moment. Select I have a coupon code. Simply type in Mr. Web Reviews all in capital letters and then click on the plus sign. So as you can see, it's only going to cost you $47.82 for the whole year. And then after that, all you have to do is just to submit the payment. Very good. And now that you've registered with them, you can go back to the home page and click on Login. Enter your email address and password. And this is going to bring you to the Hostinger admin panel. So from here, the first step is to claim our free domain. So as you can see here, we get a free domain name with our plan. So all we have to do basically is to click on this. So let's click on Claim Domain. And right here, you're going to type in the domain name that you'd like to register. So for instance, your domain name. And then you can select the extension. So .com obviously is the most popular one, but you can select among a few different options. So we have .click, .net, .info, .host. What do we have again? .me, .store, .xyz, .tech, .online. So let's go with .com anyways, you know. And then after that, all you have to do is to check availability. And if it's available, it'll be registered just like that in one click. Now, if the domain name is already registered, you'll get a notification that's going to tell you this domain name is already registered. And you might have to change the domain name for something else and try a different variation. And once you have your domain name registered, it will appear like this here at the bottom. So you could have, for instance, mrwebreviewstutorials.com, and then you'll be able to set up your hosting. So this is the next step. We need to set up our hosting. And for this, we're going to click on this button here. So let's click on Setup. And from here, all we have to do is to click on Start Now. It's a simple 5-step process. Here, feel free to select any of those options. I'm just going to skip for now. Same here, you can select the platform that you want to use. So we're going to take care of this later on in this tutorial. So I'm going to skip this again. From here, you can claim your free domain. So we've done that already. Now you need to select your domain name. So the domain name you just registered should appear here. If it doesn't, click on the drop-down menu and then select it manually. And then click select. And finally here, you need to select your nearest server. So the nearest data center from your location or your target audience location. So as you can see here, you can select among those few options here. So I'm personally based in Ireland, so in Europe. So I'm going to select this one here, click change. And then all you have to do after this is click finish setup, and we're all done already. And now let's install WordPress on our server. And for this, we're going to the hosting section right here, and we're going to click on manage. And this is going to bring us to the admin panel here. And as you can see, we have all the different features and options here to customize and configure our server. So I have WordPress, order, accounts, emails, domain, website, files, database, advanced, and others. So it might seem a little bit overwhelming, all these options here, but don't worry, we are only going to use one of them, which is this one here, website. So what we're going to do is just click on Auto Installer, click on this, and from here we're going to scroll down the page and we're going to select this one here, WooCommerce plus WordPress. So basically we're going to install WordPress and also WooCommerce, which is an e-commerce platform, which will be useful for us for this project. So let's click on select. And from here, the first thing you want to do is to make sure that you select HTTPS. So this is to enable the SSL certificate, which will indicate to your visitors that your website is safe to visit. Okay. And then make sure that you select the right domain name. So normally the one you just registered should show up here. But if you have multiple websites like I have here, make sure you select the right one. So I'm going to select MrWebReviewsTutorials.com for now, and you leave this field empty. Don't put anything in here. And then you have to type in a username. So by default, it's hello. So type something else here. So for instance, your name and then maybe a number or something hard to guess, obviously, you know. And then you can type in an admin password. So you can either type it manually or have one created for you. So as you can see here, it will auto-generate a password, and then you can copy and paste it somewhere safe. After this, make sure that you have the correct email address right here. And then you need to type a website title. So let's say, for instance, a drop shipping site, because this is what we're going to build today. And everything else you can leave by default, and just tick this one here that says always update to the latest available version. And then after this, all you have to do is to click install, and it will start the process. So it's going to take a few seconds, or maybe up to a minute, depending on how fast your internet connection is. So just be patient, it's doing its thing. And once WordPress is installed, you will be redirected to this page. So this is a quick overview of your website. So the only thing left basically is to make sure that your SSL certificate is enabled. As you can see, it's enabled by default. But if it is not, you will have a yellow button similar to this one right here that says setup. Just click on that to enable it. Okay. And now we can access our WordPress dashboard. So all we have to do is click on edit website. Okay. And the first screen you're going to meet is this one here. So it's to set up WooCommerce. We're not going to do that immediately. We're going to take care of this later. So you can skip this for now. Okay. Click no thanks. And you can close that window. So now we're back to our WordPress dashboard. And now we're going to take care of a few essential things. So first we're going to go into our plugin section here, and we're going to tick those two here, Hello Dolly and Askimet, bulk action and delete, because we don't need them at all. And while we work on our website, we're going to deactivate Lightspeed Cache as well. Very good. So next we're going to our settings, general. And right here, we're going to type the title of our website. So this could be your business name as well, you know. So I've typed in here, Escape Room, and you can type in your tagline as well. So for instance, with Mr. Web Reviews, or something similar. Okay. So then scroll down the page, click Save Changes. Now we're going to go into permalinks, and you're going to make sure that you select this one here, post name. So this is just to have an SEO friendly URL. So basically when your visitors go on your website, they'll have yourdomainname.com / and then the page name. So for instance, if it's about us, it'll be yourdomainname.com / about-us. So it's easy on the eye for your visitors, and it's good for Google ranking as well. And then scroll down the page, make sure the custom base here for the WooCommerce section is product / and then save changes. So next we're going to go into appearance. And as you can see, this is where our themes are installed. So at the moment we have the default 2022 themes. So if I go here, visit store and open in a new window, this is what our website looks like. So obviously it's a bit basic. So we're going to tweak this around. We're going to install our own theme now. So let's go back here, add new. And normally by default, you should see Astra here. But if it doesn't show up on your screen, you can always type in the search box Astra. And this is the very first one here. So if you hover on top, you have an install button, click on that. And now we need to activate it. Very good. And for the next step, you can either hover on top of this and click on theme details or go into Astra options here in the menu section. Either way will work fine. And then now we need to install the importer plugin. So basically this will give us access to 180 beautiful ready-made templates. So this is going to save us a lot of time, obviously, you know. So let's click on this. Okay. And now we are ready to build our own website. So we're going to click on this blue button here at the bottom. Click on this, build your website now. And we're going to select Elementor as our page builder. So basically a page builder is what going to help us to design our pages. So it's like a drag and drop feature, very easy to use. So we have the basic block editor that comes with WordPress, which is called Gutenberg. We have Beaver Builder as well, but the most popular one is Elementor by far. So let's use this one. And then from here, you can select among all these different templates, ready-made templates to build our website. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of them to choose from. So as you can see, some of them are free, some of them are paid version. So the premium one, you'll have to pay an extra fee to get access to them, but all the others are free. So today we're going to build something with free resources. We're not going to use any paid version. So what we need basically for this is to introduce a bit of mystery, because this is an escape room. So we'd need something probably with a dark background. So maybe something like this one. So if you're not too sure if this is suitable or not, you can click on it and it will show you a preview of what it looks like. Now this one is for a steakhouse, for a restaurant, but it doesn't matter. We can tweak things around to make it our own. So the good thing with this one, it has a lovely background. As you can see, we have lovely pictures and everything. We have a table right here, so we can use this for our booking system as well, right here in the menu section as well. And it looks absolutely great because we already have a pre-made dark background that we can easily tweak around to make it our own. And as you can see, we can insert our own pictures here, our own text. And basically, I think this is going to work for us. So let's go ahead with this one, because this one again is free and it seems to have all the different aspects for our project here. So let's go ahead with this. So now we can import our demo content. And for this, we're going to click on skip and continue. We can select our color theme already. So as you can see, if I scroll back up, I'm going to show you immediately what it looks like. So we can select different colors. So we could have this one here or this one, maybe those colors. As you can see, it gives you a different feel immediately, you know, so you can select any of those colors. I'm just going to go with the default colors for now. Why not? And then you can also select the font that you want. Obviously, a font is going to give you a different feel to your website again, different authority. So as you can see, this one here is suitable for a restaurant. It's absolutely fine, but maybe not so much so for an escape room. So let's try different fonts. Maybe let's click on this one. Let's try this one. A few of them, you know, and then you can select the one that you think is fine and suitable. I think this one is absolutely fine. So let's go with this one. And then we can click continue. You can fill out your details here. It's not mandatory, you know. And then let's click on submit and build my website. And now it's going to import the whole demo content. And as you can see, you have a progress bar here. So that's going to take a few seconds. And there you go. As you can see, it's all done already. And all we have to do now is to click on this icon here. Click on that. And that's going to bring us back to our WordPress dashboard. Now from here, you can close all of these additional information windows. There you go. That's a very clean dashboard now. So let's go back to our website now and let's refresh our homepage. And there you go. As you can see, the demo content has been imported perfectly. with our own colors and a font as well. So as you can see, it looks already very professional, but it doesn't look like an escape room, obviously, you know. So let's go ahead and let's tweak this around and make it our own. So let's go back to our WordPress dashboard. Okay, so let's start with our home page because that's the most important one. This is where your visitors will land first. So we're going to pages, all pages. And now we're going to locate our home page, which is right here. As you can see, if you hover on top, you have all these different options here. You have edit, quick edit, trash, view, and edit with Elementor. And as you can see here, next to it, this is an Elementor page. So we're going to click on edit with Elementor. And welcome to Elementor, our page builder. So as you can see, if I hover on top here, we have a plus, an X, and those 6 dots. So this is basically a section. If I scroll down the page, we have another section here, and scroll down again. Let's find the next one. So this is our next section. So every time you see a plus, those 6 dots, and an X, this is a section. Okay. So let me scroll back up. So let's use this section as an example. If I click on this, as you can see, this is a section, and every section is made out of columns. So it could be 1, 2, 3 or more columns, but you'll have at least one column. If I click on this, as you can see, this is a column, okay? And each column is made out of different elements. So if I hover here, you can see this one is a heading, and this one should be an image. There you go. If I go in this column here, this one is an image box, and this should be a button, okay? So let's go back to the top here. If I click on those 9 dots here, this is going to bring us to our main menu. And this is where we can select any of those widgets. So you can select any of those elements, drag and drop it anywhere on your page. And you'll have a blue highlight like this that will show you exactly where it will land on your page. So let's put it here maybe just like that, okay? So now we have an additional heading. Now, if you wanted to remove it, you can right click on the sign here on this pencil and then select delete. And you can also move things around if you wanted to. Let's say if I wanted to grab this one and put it on top, I can move this around as well, you know, just like that, or the other way around, obviously, you know. So this is very easy to use. It's a simple drag and drop feature, basically, okay? So let's go back to our top here. So this is called the hero section. This is the very first thing that your visitors will see. So this is obviously the most important section on your website. Now, a crucial part of this project is to find the ideal pictures. You need perfect pictures, obviously, to illustrate the experience that your visitors will have if they go to your escape room. So I went online here and I went on TripAdvisor. I was looking for a few different options and I found this one here, Escape Hunt in Birmingham. And as you can see, this one has a lot of lovely pictures that we can use. Obviously, you want to introduce a little bit of mystery and convey also that it is entertaining and fun for family and friends to participate in such an event. So as you can see, you have lovely pictures here that we can use for our project. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to download a few of those pictures here from this website, and then we're going to go back to our homepage. And also for our hero section, we need a perfect heading here. So we need something punchy, something very compelling. So if we look at the description here, if we click on read more, we need to find something that's the most appealing to someone who will visit your premises. So as you can see, we have all the description here. And I found that maybe this one here, get locked in and let the adrenaline flow. So maybe we could use this basically as our main heading, because this is very appealing. That's what people want. They want to let the adrenaline flow during the weekend and have as much fun as they can. So maybe we could use this as our main heading as well. So let's go back to our homepage here. So this is our main section. So let's take care of our heading first. So clearly our heading here has to be quite short and snappy. So let's use that sentence that we found in the description that said, get locked in and let the adrenaline flow. I think this is a very strong statement, isn't it? So now clearly we have to replace the background image here with something that can convey the whole experience very quickly. So what we're going to do now is to click on those 6 dots here to edit our section. So this is our whole section. And now we're going to go into style. And as you can see, this is the image we have here in the background. So now we can replace that with something a little bit better. So let's click on the image. And now we can select our file. So let's upload a new file. So let's click on this and now we can upload our own picture. So these are the different images I downloaded from the TripAdvisor website. So let's go with this one maybe, or maybe that one. I don't know, one of them should be fine. So let's click on this. Let's try one at a time and we'll find out which is best. So let's insert media. There you go. Now if we click update, let's go back to our homepage and let's refresh very quickly. So there you go. As you can see here, it says get locked in and let the adrenaline flow. And now we have an image that conveys this absolutely perfectly. Now you can try different images. Let's try another one just to be sure, okay? So let's click on this, upload image, select file. So let's select maybe this one here. Click open, insert. Very good. So if you click update, go back to the home page and refresh. And this is not bad at all actually, because we have the three friends in the background and we can easily read this as well. The heading here, there's the perfect contrast, and we have the main character here that seems to be intrigued, which is matching our heading here with the let the adrenaline flow. So we're going to keep this one. The other one is maybe too much with the sword. It might be a bit too scary for some people. So we have to be a little bit cautious, obviously, because those activities are also intended for families and all that. So a sword is maybe a little bit too much. Okay, so let's go back to our Elementor page. And as you can see here, if you click on this, we have a button. So this is to make a reservation. We haven't done the booking system yet, so we're going to skip this for now. We're just going to look after the layout and the design of our page first. So let's scroll down the page. Okay, so here we can change our heading immediately. So welcome to Steak by the Bay. So obviously this is not the name of our business. So welcome to, and I'm going to put here Escape Hunt Birmingham, or maybe just Escape Hunt all together, just like this, okay? And then we can put a short about a section. So let's go back to our description here, and I'm just going to copy and paste this all together, and then we can use this here. Okay, so let's click on this, and now we can change the content right here. So instead of our delicious story, maybe about us, just like this, and then maybe our content right there, just like that, okay? And now again, you have an image here. So if you click on this, you can edit the image and change it. So as you can see, this image is not the same as this one. Well, it is the same, it's not the same ratio. Basically, it's been cropped. So we can choose any picture we want that we think is going to fit there, you know. So we're going to select an image, and now I'm just going to upload all the other images that I downloaded earlier on, just like this. It's going to take a few seconds to upload. And now we can select our new image. As you can see, the original one, the size was 600 by 798. So obviously the width is smaller than the height. And this is why you have a vertical layout like this, okay? So we can do the same with our image. So let's select one image here. So maybe, let's say this one here would be absolutely fine. Now, as you can see, the width of this one is larger than the height. So what we can do is to edit the image and change the size of it. So we can edit image now. And now we're going to click on crop. This is what we're going to do. And we're going to actually reduce the size of the width to fit roughly about the same size as the other. And this would be absolutely fine. Maybe just about here. Okay. And now we can click on crop again. And there you go. And now we can save our image and insert it in as a media. There you go. And now this is absolutely perfect. As you can see, we have the perfect ratio and an image that conveys exactly what this is about. And then we have our booking button here. So we're going to take care of this later again once we have our booking system in place. So let's scroll down the page. Let's go to our next section. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 images. So this is where we're going to add the beautiful images to show the content and the inside of our premises, so to tease our visitors basically, okay? So all we have to do is just to click on the image itself here, and then we can change it by clicking on this section here. So now let's select 4 different images. So let's go with something a bit intriguing and that shows the inside, and also one image that will convey how fun the whole experience is. So let's go ahead maybe with this one first. Let's insert media. Let's do the same with this one. And we're going to add this one here. Next one, we're going to select this one here, and we're going to add maybe this one. And here we can select maybe one that's going to convey how fun the experience is to be with your friends and all that. So maybe that one would be absolutely fine. So what do you think, guys? I think that looks absolutely fine. That looks good. Now, as you can see, we have a little bit of text here with a heading, and then we have a bit of text here underneath each and every pictures. So this is really up to you. You can add some text or you can leave it as is. I think each image is self-explanatory. I don't think we need anything to this. So what I'm going to do myself now is just to remove the content of each title and descriptions here. So basically all you have to do is just to click on this, highlight this and delete, and do the same with all the different other pictures. So again, it's really up to you. If you want to add some text, you can feel free to do so. But I think in this instance, it probably looks better without it. So I'm going to do this very quickly with all of them. Very good. But what we're going to keep is this heading. So we're going to click on this and make it very intriguing again. So maybe something like the adventure starts here. There you go. Very easy, very simple. And then all the images underneath. Now, to be honest, if it was me, I would add more images than this. So you can easily do so by right-clicking on this and duplicate. And do the same on this section, duplicate. And I think we can add an extra few images all together. So I would like another one here maybe on this side. There you go. So we're going to add an extra 3 images. So let me change this very quickly. So there you go, guys. I added a few images here. As you can see, now we have a much larger selection, which is going to convey the message very nicely. Again, we have a reservation booking system here that's not in place, so we're going to take care of this later on. So let's go and take care of our next section here. And as you can see, this is an empty section. There are no widgets added to this section. It's just for the background itself. It's just like a page break, just to break the flow a little bit and add a bit of emphasis on something. So here we can change this with a different background. So let's click on this. Again, we're going to style. So maybe you want to convey that this is fun for everyone, for the whole family, from young ones to older ones. So we can upload a new image here. So I found one again on the TripAdvisor website. Which one is it? This one here. So let's open this and let's insert. And as you can see, this is great because we can see 2 moms and the daughters having a good laugh here. This is great. And we can reposition this as well. So it'd be great if you could see all the different faces. So you can bring this down a little bit. So here we're going to click on the drop down menu. Now it will really depend on your image, but in this case, I think we might try top right. Okay, that would be perfect. If you try center here, this is maybe a bit better. Okay, so we can go ahead with this one. This is absolutely fine. And then now we might select cover as well to make sure it takes the whole width, just like this, because we had a little bit of a gap here on the right hand side. Very good. So this is just about perfect. Now, if you wanted to add some text as an overlay here, you can do that as well. You know, maybe fun for the whole family or something like this. What you can do is just grab any of those and then duplicate it. And then you can grab it and then paste it here, just like that. Okay. As you can see, it is aligned to the left. So what we want basically is to click on this and we're going to align this to the right, much easier. And now we can type here fun for the whole family. Very good. So this is how easily you can add any overlay text to this section. Okay. So let's go to our next section now. So let's scroll down. So these are basically the testimonials. So obviously testimonials are very important these days because everyone likes to know what other people think of your escape room and know if it's worth coming or not, if it's going to be fun, etc., etc. So here, obviously, we have a bit of text, we have an image and a name. So we are going to tweak this around to fit our own personal requirements here for our escape room. So if you go back here to this website, as you can see, with actual pictures of people who were there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to download a few of those images and then I'm going to show you how you can insert them on the testimonial section. Okay, very good. So let's do this. So first, let's take care of our heading here. So loved by many. This is absolutely fine, but let's change this with something else, maybe what others think or something like that. Okay. And then we have our 3 testimonials here. So if you click on one of them, as you can see, this is a testimonial widget. And then we have the content and the title and the name right here. Okay. So we can tweak this around and make it our own now. So let's go ahead with this. So first, let's change the content of our testimonial here. So I found something online. I just copy and paste it here. And then we can change our image. So we download those pictures. So I'm going to upload 3 of them at once. So these are the 3 from the people who were actually there, who can provide a testimonial. Okay, so insert media, select one of them. Very good. So as you can see, this is quite a small image. We can't see properly what it is, and it's also a rounded shape. So I'm going to show you how you can tweak this around as well. And for this, we're going to go into style. And from here, you can change everything that's got to do with the styling and the layout of your widget itself. As you can see, we have content, image, name, and title. So from here, we can tweak literally everything we want. So what we want here is to change the image, make it a little bit bigger, and also maybe not all rounded like this. So we can do something else. So we can try different options. So let's go with the image size first. So maybe you want it to be a little bit bigger, maybe 130 would be fine. And then as you can see, we have the border radius here. So at the moment, we have a border radius, but if we change the value here, as you're going to see, it's going to change completely. So if we have a border radius of 0, we have sharp edges. So this is basically a square image. And then if you increase that, you'll have rounded edges. So this is really up to you what you want to do. I think it will look good like this as well. Or you can have it completely rounded, in which case then you add 50% radius altogether. 100%, sorry, just like this. Okay, so if you add 100%, that's a full circle. And then if you add maybe 25, you'll just have a bit of rounded edges, but no more than that. Now you can have a different option as well. You can unlink this, and you could maybe have only 2 of them. Maybe if I remove this one and this one, as you can see, these 2 have sharp edges, but those 2 are rounded. So you can feel free to play around and design this the way you like it. But for now, let's keep 25 pixels for each corners, just like this. And then we can do the same again with these 2. So basically you can either duplicate this one, duplicate, and then drag and drop it here, and then delete that one, which is probably the easiest way, or you can tweak each one of them one by one manually. This is really up to you, but this is probably a nice way of saving time, is just to duplicate them, delete the one you don't need, and then all we have to do is to basically change the content here of each one and change the picture. So let me do this very quickly. So just like that, basically now we have 3 different images, 3 different testimonials, and all we have to do now is to change the name here. So if I click on any of them, as you can see, the name section, we can change this to something else. So maybe this is a family, they came together, maybe it's the Harper's family, you could put the Harper's family, and then you can do the same with the other 2. Or maybe something like this, you know, so we could have a bunch of friends and maybe art on a hand night, or maybe stag night, or one of them. Very good. So this is us basically done for the testimonial section. So let's scroll down again, and here we have our contact details and all the information related to our business. Now, if I hover on top of any of those elements, as you can see, I cannot change anything. So how can we change this? We cannot change the photo actually from within Elementor. For this, we have to go back to our WordPress dashboard. So I open this in a separate tab. And for this, we're going to go into Appearance and then Customize. And then from here, you can find the footer builder. So if I click on this, as you can see, we have all these different widgets. And all these different widgets are laid out using this section here. As you can see, you have 1, 2, 3 sections. The top header here, as you can see, 1 and 2 centered, which is this. And then if you scroll down, we have 1, 2, 3, which are these, okay? And then the copyright section at the bottom. So this is basically how you can move things around. If you wanted to, you can move things around as well, you know, the exact same way. So this is how you can tweak your layout. Now to edit the content of those sections, this is a little bit different again. If you click on this, as you can see, you cannot access it from here. So what we have to do now is to go back again to the WordPress dashboard. This time we're going to Appearance, Widgets, and then you can close this window here, and then you can close the main sidebar section, and it will reveal all the different sections here. So we have the footer widget builder 1, footer 2, 3, 4, and so on, okay? So if you click on this now, it will reveal the content of our footer section. So let's go back to our website. If I scroll down the page, as you can see, the top of our footer section is the main heading, our call to action button, and also here our phone number. So we can change this very easily now. So all we have to do is just to click on this. And as you can see, this is our title. So this is very important, obviously, you know, a very important section for people to know exactly where you're located and what is it that you do. So let's go back to this website here, and let's select maybe the very first line here, experience the most exciting escape rooms in Birmingham. and we're going to paste this here, okay? Just like this, Control V. And we're going to do the same with our phone number. So click on this, and now you can replace your phone number. So or call, and then maybe 01-234-567, okay? And then all you have to do is to click update. Now let's go back to our home page and let's refresh. We now have our new heading and our phone number. So let me show you how to change the rest of the content here, including our image. So let's go back to our blog editor here, and let's select widget 2. As you can see, this is the location and followers, which is this section here by the side. So let's do this again. So you just click on it. As you can see, you have a title, and that's the address here. So you can easily change the address by typing your address right here. So feel free to type in your address. Obviously, I'm just going to leave it as is for now. And then if you click on this, this is the Follow Us section. So this is the one with the social media icon that you can click on. That's going to bring you to your social media platforms. Now, as you can see, this is only a title. There is no content here. Even if you click on text, as you can see, this is completely blank. So how do we display our social media icons? How does this work? So let me show you. For this, we have to open another tab again. So click on Customize here, hover on top, right click on it, open in a new tab. And now we're going to go back to our section here where it says Footer Builder. And right here at the bottom, as you can see, this is a widget. This is a widget. So widget 2, this is the widget here in question. This is widget 2. But next to it, we have social. So if you click on this now, this is where our social media icons are located. And now we can easily add or remove or customize any of those items here. So if I click on Facebook, as you can see, we have the label that says Facebook. This is the icon. So you can change the icon for whatever you want, and you can copy and paste the URL to your Facebook page. Now, let's say if I wanted to add a new one, like for instance, my YouTube channel. All you have to do is to click on this drop-down menu here and then select YouTube. So probably at the bottom here, there it is, add social icon. Now click on it again. And then here you have the label, so that's YouTube. And then you can paste your URL just like that, okay? And obviously the icon has been selected automatically. Now if you click on publish, now if you go back to the home page and refresh, as you can see, we now have an additional icon here for YouTube. And if I click on this, it's going to bring us to my channel. Okay, so this is how easily you can add as many social media platforms as you want. And obviously you can do this the other way around as well. Let's say if you're not using Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, maybe you can just delete it, click on it, and that's basically it. That's you sorted. And then not forget to click publish once you're done. And that's basically it for the social media icon. So we can close this window now and go back here. So let's continue on with the rest of the widgets. So we have widget number 3 now, and this is our main image here in the middle. So we can replace this very easily by clicking on it. And now we can easily replace the image. You can either double click on it or click replace image. Either way will work fine. And then we can upload a new file. So select file, and I'm going to select the launch. So let me find it here. Where is it? Launch. I think it's this one. There you go. And then we can add to widget. As you can see, lovely picture indeed. So let's click update and let's have a quick refresh. There you go. As you can see, that looks absolutely fantastic. Very, very professional indeed. Now we can change our opening hours, and this is our widget number 4. So we can close this one and go to the next one. There you go. And now we can click on it and edit this as a Word document. Basically, that's very easy. So this is hours, or you can type in maybe opening hours, and then you can feel free to tweak this around to fit your own opening hours. And as always, don't forget to click update, and that's just basically done. And if you refresh, as you can see, all is done according to our business model. Now, as you can see, we have a call to action button here that we can replace with book now, and the same throughout the whole website. So I have this one here, book a table, make a reservation. So let's create our booking system now. And for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard, and this time we're going to plugins, and we're going to add a new plugin. In the search box, type in Appointment Booking Lite. And the one we need is from MotoPress. For MotoPress is a company that I use very often because I really like their services and plugins. So this is the one here. You might have scrolled down the page a little bit, but there it is. So make sure it says Appointment Booking Lite, by MotoPress. So don't worry, it says less than 10 active installation, but they are 100% trustworthy. I've been using their plugins for quite some time and they're absolutely fantastic and reliable. And you can check my channel, there's a few videos about their different themes and plugins as well. So click on this, install now. And again, this is free, totally free, guys. Okay, so let's enjoy it. And then let's click activate. And now, as you can see by the side, we have an additional tab that says appointments. So if you click on this, as you can see, you have a few different subsections. So you have employees, locations, schedules, services, and settings. So let's go ahead and let's create our own booking system for our escape room. So first, let's start with our location. So maybe we can create Birmingham. So let's click on this. So maybe you have several locations. In our instance here, we just have one. It's just Birmingham. So we can click add new, but you can create as many as you wish. So let's type the title of our location here. So this is Birmingham. You can put maybe some description, whatever, it's not necessary. And all you have to do is just to click publish. And that's just done already for the location, okay? So if you go back to locations, as you can see, we have Birmingham. But again, feel free to add as many as you want if you have more than one location nationwide. Okay, very good. So next we're going to create our employees. So let's click on this. So now it depends on your type of business, but you can add employees or you can do without employees. This is really up to you. But let's say if this is a family-run business, maybe you're the father, the mother, and the son working in the business, so you might add them here. So let's just create this as an example here. So I'm going to click add new. So let's add the first one. So let's say maybe John, and then as you scroll down the page, you can have the contact info, you can add social networks, and even additional information. If you want to, you can even add an image, a featured image. But we're just going to keep it simple. Just keep it just a name, Let's click publish. And now let's do the same with maybe Rob. And let's add Sue as well. There you go. So if you go into employees, now we have John, Rob, and Sue who are working in the business. And then next we can add our services. So let's click on this. And now let's add a new one. So we can create, for instance, maybe you have different types of plans and packages, maybe for families, for couples, or hens and stags. So let's create a family pack first. Just like this, you can add a description if you wanted to as well. And if you scroll down, this is where we're going to add all the details related to this plan. So you can have the price. So let's say maybe it's 60 altogether. What's the duration? How long does it last? How much is a time slot basically allocated to this type of activity? So maybe it's an hour, maybe it's 2 hours altogether. So it's up to you to define how long this lasts. So let's select an hour for now. And then we can add a buffer as well. So before and after. So maybe you need a bit of time to clean up the room before the next batch of people comes in. And maybe you want to add maybe a 10-minute buffer time in between. Okay, so you can easily do that by clicking on this. As you can see here, we only have hours. Okay, so how can you change this to minutes? So let me show you very simply. So you go into settings, open this in a new tab. And as you can see, the default time step is 60 minutes. So you might want to change that for 10 minutes. Okay, click Save Changes. Now, if you go back here, let's go back there and then let's save our page for now. And now we can go back again. So as you can see, if we scroll down the page now, we can select a different buffer. As you can see, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30, 40, 50, an hour and 10 and so on. So you can add a buffer afterwards of 10 minutes. And that's going to give you enough time to clean up the room and get it ready for the next couple or the next family or the next group of friends. So as you can see, we also have a minimum and maximum capacity. So because this is a family plan, maybe it's a minimum of 3 and a maximum of maybe 6 persons altogether. Okay. And then you can allow extra clients. If this is the case, you want to multiply the price. So if you add an extra person, 7, is this 2 family plans or is it still 1? So this is really up to you. And then you can select the employee. So who is in charge of this room? Who will look after this room? So maybe is John and Rob, maybe because there's heavy lifting involved in that room maybe, and Sue is maybe looking after another room, or maybe the whole family can look after that without any difficulties whatsoever. And then after this, all you have to do is to click update. And that's us done with our service. So if you go back to the services now, you can create as many as you want. So you could create now, for instance, for hens and stags and maybe for couples, etc., etc. So let me create another few very quickly now. So there you go. So basically something like this, you know, so we could have couples, hens and stags and family plans, different pricing and different amount of people allowed as well during the session. So now let's create our schedules and let's add a new one. So let's create 3 different schedules. For instance, we could have the morning session, afternoon session, and evening session. And each employee is looking after each shift, basically, okay? So this one could be called morning sessions, okay? And maybe it's John who is in charge of the morning session. And we're going to select our main location, which is Birmingham. And then we can add our timetable. So here we need to create our timetable now. So this is obviously a morning session. So maybe you open at 9 in the morning. So let's select 9 a.m. until, let's say, maybe 12 or maybe until 1 o'clock. Okay, until 1 p.m. So let's go and select 1 p.m. here. Where is it? There it is, 1 p.m. until lunchtime. These are your working hours and the location is Birmingham. Okay, so let's add. So you do this on the Monday, then you can add this on the Tuesday, add this on the Wednesday, and then Sunday as well. Very good. So the whole week, the same schedule basically, okay? And maybe you want to add some days off. This could be public holidays, bank holidays or something like this. So you can click on add. And let's say maybe the 1st of March is always public holiday in your country. So click add and you can do the same with something else. Maybe the 7th or the 8th of May is a bank holiday as well, or something like this, okay? So then you go back to the top here and then click publish. And that's basically it for that, okay? So if you go back into schedules now we have a morning session. And then we can do the same with our different sections now. We could have afternoon and evening as well. Okay, so there you go. So now we have morning, afternoon and evening. So morning is 9 to 1, afternoon is 1 to 6 and evening 6 to midnight, okay? So this is basically it. Now we have everything set up and now we can create our booking form. So we're going to go into shortcodes. This is where we're going to create it and then click add new. And this is an appointment form. So let's click on this. Very good. So let's give it a title. So let's say booking form, okay? Keep it simple. And what do you want to show on this form? Again, as I said, if you don't have employees, you might not display them, location, etc. So let's keep everything the exact same. Let's show all the options for now. And then if you scroll down, you can rename them as well. So as you can see, at the moment we have location, service category, and employees. Maybe you want to call that differently. Maybe instead of services, you might want to select plan or package or something like this, okay? So let's scroll down the page. And maybe you want to offer a default value to entice them maybe to book in the morning if not that many people are coming in the morning or something like this. You know, this is really up to you. You can add this here. So you could select maybe family pack in Birmingham, maybe Sue morning shift, but you don't have to. If you leave it blank, they can select whatever they want. Okay, I'm just showing you the option here. So basically, if you go back here and I click update, very good. Now, as you can see here, we have a short code. Now what we're going to do is just copy this, so Control C, and now we're going to create a new page. So we're going to pages and then add new. And this one we're going to call it booking form. Let's keep it simple. Okay, let's click publish, publish again. And now we're going to edit with Elementor. So click on this now. And now we are going to insert our short code right here for our booking form. So you look for a widget called short code, just like this. Drag and drop, and right here inside this field you're going to copy this shortcode we just got from the previous section and then click apply. Now you're going to click update, and now we're going to try to rearrange this a little bit. So click on our section here, going to advanced. We're going to add a little bit of room on top of this. So we're going to add maybe 50 pixels on top and 50 pixels at the bottom. Okay, a bit of breathing space. And now we're going to go back here and we're going to add a little bit of text and explanation as well. So maybe on top we're going to add a heading and we're going to add a little bit of text as well just underneath. Okay, so right here we could have a bit of explanation, maybe something like this, you know, and then we can change our heading as well. So let me copy and paste this right there. So maybe choose your adventure. Okay. And now again, we might add a little bit of breathing space on top. So now we're going to select our section all together. And now we're going to unselect this and we're going to add maybe 80 pixels on top and maybe 80 at the bottom all together. Okay, now let's click update. And now we can exit out of here. So exit to dashboard. Okay, and we can have a quick preview of our page. So click on preview here, preview in new tab. And as you can see, now we have a very easy to follow booking form. As you can see, choose your adventure, a bit of explanation, scroll down the page and you can select your service. So we're going to select maybe a family pack. The location will be Birmingham and the employee. So as you can see, we have Sue. She covers the morning shift, Rob afternoon shift, and John the evening shift. So maybe you want this with your family and all that, maybe in the afternoon. Click next. And now we can select our time slot. So maybe you want to go there on Wednesday. And as you can see, all the different time slots are displayed automatically. So you can select one of them. So maybe you want to be there first thing in the afternoon between 1 and 2. And then click confirm. And as you can see, we have the amount of adults, total price 60. And then you can proceed to checkout. So you can always edit and go back and select another time slot. So maybe you want to be there at half 1 instead. And then confirm. And then go to checkout. So as you can see here, all we have to do is to enter our details. So maybe something like that, okay? And then we can click reserve. And there you go, as you can see, your reservation is confirmed. Thank you. So now if we go back to our WordPress dashboard, in the booking section, if we click on it again, there you go. Now we have the booking here that's been confirmed. So we haven't been paid obviously here. So how can you fetch payment as well? Obviously, you'd like to get paid beforehand, maybe. If this is the case, I'm going to show you how you can set this up as well. Now, clearly, as you may have noticed, we didn't get paid. We just mentioned the price, the booking went through, but we didn't fetch any payment details, nothing. So maybe you want to get paid beforehand. You want the booking to be paid online immediately, in which case you cannot do it immediately with the free version. This is the pro version of this plugin. So now let's have a quick look at the MotoPress website. So the cost is $49 for one website, or for unlimited website is $199, in which case then you can fetch payment and get paid. So what I'm going to do now is to install the pro version on this website, and I'm going to show you how this works, okay? As always, I'll leave a link in the description below. This is an affiliate link, so this is at no extra cost to you. It's still going to cost you $49 only, but it will help support this channel. Thank you very much indeed. So let me install this now on our website. So there you go, guys. As you can see here, I installed Appointment Booking Pro. So this is the paid version now. And I disabled this one here, which is the light version. So you can delete it once you're up and running with the new version. This is really up to you, or you can keep both. There's no harm done anyways. And now we can go back to our appointments and nothing will change. If you switch from one to the other, it's absolutely fine. All your settings will still be there, okay? So now let's configure our payment methods. So let's go into settings. And as you can see, now we have a new tab here called payments. And now we can set up any of those popular payment methods. So as you can see, we have Stripe and PayPal. So let's go ahead with Stripe. It's the same principle for both anyway. So let's create this one here, manage. So we're going to enable this. And then you can enable the sandbox mode as well if you wanted to test beforehand, before you go live. And now we have to enter our public secret key and also our webhook secret key. So these you will find on your Stripe account. So what you have to do is to log in into your Stripe account and then follow the directions. Please refer back to the documentation from Stripe themselves. I'm just going to do this now. So basically just like this, okay? And then you can click Save Changes. Now, right on top here, we have a message here that says, note the customers will only see the payment method if the online payment are enabled in appointments, settings, and confirmation mode. So let's do this now. So appointments, settings, and for this, we're going to general. And this is our section here, confirmation mode. So confirm automatically by admin manually, or confirmation upon payment. And this is the one that you need to select. So basically, it will only be confirmed. The booking will only be confirmed upon payment. Okay. And then you can select your default country as well. So if it's Birmingham, maybe it is a United Kingdom. Let me scroll down now very quickly. So United Kingdom right here, but select your country, obviously, and then save changes. Now let's put this to the test. Let's go back to our booking form here and let's refresh. So let's select a service. So let's go for the family pack again in Birmingham and let's select Sue once more. So next. So we're going to select again Wednesday. Let's select our slot. So let's say maybe let's go for 10:50. Okay. Let's click next. Very good. Next. So this time normally we should be able to pay the fee. So let's enter our details and then next. And as you can see, we have the option to pay by credit card and we enabled the test mode. So I can use this number here just to go through. So 424242 and I can put any expiry in the future. So 12, maybe 25 and then any CVC number and then click reserve. And this is going to actually process the payment as if we actually made it using a credit card. So now as you can see, your appointment has been booked. Thank you. And now let's go back to our WordPress dashboard very quickly. And from here, if we go back into bookings, there you go. This is our latest booking. And as you can see, this one has been confirmed and we have been paid this time 60 euros for a family pack morning shift with Sue at 11:50. Very good. And now that our booking system is working, we can link it on our homepage on all these call to actions. So the one here in the menu section and all of these here on our homepage. So let's replace all of these now. So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go into pages and we're going to locate our booking form. So this is the one. This is the page we just created. As you can see, we have the view here. If you right click on this and from here, you are going to select copy link address. Now we're going to open our homepage, again, edit with Elementor. And now we're going to click on our button here. So let's click on this and we're going to paste the link right there. Okay. So Control V. So this is the link to our booking form. Now, instead of make reservation, we could have book now. Okay. Just like that. And now we can click update. Now, instead of editing all the instances on our page, we can just copy and paste this one. So what we're going to do is right click, copy, scroll down the page, and where we have this one, right click on it and select paste. And now we can delete this one and we can do the same with all the others. So I have another one here, right click on top, paste, delete this one. And I believe we have another one here at the bottom, right there in our footer section. So for the footer section and the header section, we have to access it differently. Okay, and for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. And this time we will go into Appearance, Customize. And from here, if you hover on top of this button, you can see we have a small pencil. Click on this. And now we can add our link here again, okay? So just paste it here, click Publish. Very good, so this one is done. And now we need to take care of the one in our footer section, this one here. So if you click on this, as you can see, this is part of our widget, Footer Builder 1. And for this, again, we have to go back to our WordPress dashboard. And this time we're going to go into Appearance, Widgets. You can collapse this section. And we're going to select Footer Builder Widget 1. And right here, as you can see, this is our button. If you click on it, there you go. It says Book a Table. Now, if you go into the text section here, you can change the text here, the content. So book now. Very good. And now if you go back in visual mode, if you click on this, select the whole section here. And now we can click on the link. And now we can add the URL just like this. And then click apply. Okay. So now the link has been added to our button section. Click update. And normally all our buttons, all our call to actions should be working now. So let's go back to our home page. So there you go. As you can see, now I have book now everywhere. So you can click on this. And as you can see, this is bringing us to our booking form. Let's try the other one here. Book now. Again, this is bringing us to the right place. And let's try the one in the footer section. Book now. And there you go. So this is absolutely working 100%. Now let me show you how to change your menu section here, because home, about, menu, and contact. So you definitely don't need the menu page. All you need maybe is about and contact. And then I'm going to show you how you can edit those two pages as well. So for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We can exit out of here. And this time we're going to Appearance, Menus. And we're going to select our main menu, which is this one here, okay? As you can see, it displays Home, About, Menu, Contact. And this is exactly what we have here. Home, About, Menu, and Contact. So like we said, we probably don't need menu. So you can just open this, remove. There you go. Click save. Now if we go back to our home page and refresh, as you can see now, home, about, and contact. So the menu section is gone. Now if you click on about us, as you can see, this is a totally different page. You might want to change this to something else, and the same with the contact page. Okay. Now all the pages on this website have been created using Elementor, which we covered extensively in this tutorial. So I'm not going to cover all the pages, just the contact page for now. And I'm especially going to show you how to configure your contact form here so you can get any inquiries and information coming to you. Okay, and for this, we go back to our WordPress dashboard. We go into pages, and from here, we're going to look at the contact page, which is this one. Again, this is an Elementor page, so edit with Elementor. So immediately from here, the first thing we want to change is the image here in the background, obviously. So click on those 6 dots. We're going to style, locate our picture, click on it. And then we can select one of those pictures we uploaded. So again, select the most appealing one, or the most interesting one, maybe this one with your lobby. So insert media. Very good. And now you can also center it differently, as you can see, but I think it's fine the way it is at the moment. So get in touch, you can keep it the way it is. Change your phone number here, and for this, just click on that and type in your number. So 01 234 5678. Now you can do the same with the rest of the content here, with your address and etc. And then we have the Google Maps here. So click on this. And for this, it's very simple. All you have to do is just type in the address right here, exact address where you are located, and you will find it automatically. So let's type in the actual address of that place. So if you highlight this and paste it here, there you go. So it is based on Pendigo Way, Marston Green, Birmingham, and this is the code and everything. So it will show up immediately here. And then you can change the height as well of your section here as well by changing this. You can make it bigger or smaller, depending on your preferences, basically, you know. And then you can zoom in and zoom out. So basically, if you go with a smaller number, you're zooming out, and the bigger the number, the closer you are to your target, you're zooming in, basically. Okay, so let's keep it maybe to 15. This is just a perfect value for this. And now let's take care of our form here. So if you click on this, as you can see, this is using WP Forms. So this is an additional plugins that's been installed into your WordPress installation here. So for this, we need to open another tab right there. And as you can see on your WordPress dashboard, you have WP Forms here. If you click on this, it will display all the forms available. And this is the one here, contact form. So if you go back here, as you can see, this is the one here. You have a drop-down menu. You can select which form you want to display. There's only one at the moment. So this is the one it will display. But if you have more than one form, you can select the one that you want to display on your contact form. And this is basically where it is. And from here, you can tweak things around and make sure that it will reach your mailbox as well. So as you can see, we have all these different fields. So you can add and remove any field as you want. As you can see, you have name, last name, email address, subject, contact number, and then comment or message, which is very handy. Maybe you want to add something else. Maybe you want to remove something. All you have to do is select the bin icon here to remove the selected field. And you can add anything again. It's just a drag and drop, and you can insert it anywhere on your form. Okay. Now you want to make sure that this is going to reach you. So for this, you go into settings, notifications. And as you can see here, it's going to fetch the admin email address. So this is the same email address as the one recorded in the settings of WordPress. Now, if you want this to be another email address, you can change it here. All you have to do is just to type your email address. So for instance, hello@mrwebreviews.com, okay? And then click save. And you can also change the confirmation message. So once the form has been submitted, they will see a message like this one. Thanks for contacting us. We'll be in touch with you shortly. So you can tweak this around again based on your own preferences. And then don't forget to click save. Now, if we go back here, as you can see, this is our contact form. All we have to do is to click update. And now if we go into the front end, refresh our page, we can fill out those details now. So let's say maybe something like this, and then we can click send message. So there you go. So this is the confirmation message. Thanks for contacting us. We will be in touch with you shortly. And there you go. This is the confirmation email I received. As you can see, name, email address, subject, contact number, and the message. And you can see it's been sent from Escape Room. So this is just perfect. So there you go, guys. This is how you can build an escape room website with booking system.